Well, welcome back, guys. It is a Monday evening, October 4th. Will and I are going to be running a trap line this year like we used to back in the day, and we're building some colony traps tonight. So I figured it was a good idea to make a quick video. We just had our annual trapping convention here in New Jersey up at Space Farms in our local town, and we got some supplies and stuff for this year. And anyways, I got some wire here, and Will just built one. We're going to show you what we're building, and then we're going to show you how to do it. So, Will?
All right, so here we got a colony trap. This one here is a 3-foot long one. So we're going to make a 2-foot, 2.5 foot one so you can see how we actually build them. But colony traps are super easy to build, super quick. You just need some standard 1" by 2" galvanized wire. And it's super quick and easy. And all we do is fold up the wire, cut some doors out, put the doors in. And these doors work. Muskrats, you set them in a channel or a run, and as they're swimming by, they swim in, door closes behind them, and they're stuck in there for you. So this one here, we put 2 doors in it and a longer one. So as a muskrat goes in, you go through the first door and through the second door, and they'll end up in the back compartment here, and that'll let you get more muskrats in. Because sometimes they like to bite up on the doors, and they'll lock a door in so you can't get more in. So this at least guarantees that you could fit 2 in there, but sometimes you can fit a whole lot more than that. So we'll show you how to build a couple of these.
What's your record for how many rats you've had in one, Will?
I have no idea. Probably 6.
Probably 6, right? I think my record is 3 or 4, maybe 5.
Fit a lot. Sometimes you can make them as big or as small as you want to. So I'll talk our standard one here that we like to use, 6 inches high. So you just got to count 6 squares, and 8 inches wide. So that seems to be the one that works the best for us. You can make them, 10 inches, or you can get a little smaller or narrower, or whatever you want to do. But these ones seem to be the ones that work the best and fit into those smaller channels, and they're not super high, so you can get them underwater, so you can dispatch your muskrats.
Plus, you can put some wings out the side here on either end, so you can really funnel these in.
Yep. So if you wanted to. We probably won't put any on these tonight, but we've done it lots of times before. So you just take what would have been a door or something like that, latch it onto the side here. You can put one on either side, and then a stick or something in the ground to hold it open, and now you just covered your 2-foot wide channel, and you just funneled them down into your trap.
I remember opening morning, Will and I we'd camp out, or I'd hang out and stay over his house, and we'd go out trapping in the morning, and we'd get up before the sunrise, start setting traps on opening morning, and by 8 o'clock I'd call Will and ask him how he's doing, and he'd be like, I got 6 rats ready, and I'd be like, what in the world? He's got some tips and tricks we're going to show you guys this year. Setting traps. You shake the muskrat hut or something, and dump, dump, dump. There you go. So there's 3 rats. So anyways, we're going to show you how to do this. Let's hop into it.
Alright, so we're going to get started on one of these colony traps and show you how to start from the beginning here. So this roll of wire is 5 foot wide. It's easier if you wanted to. You could just buy a 2-foot roll, a 3-foot roll, and then you don't have to do as much cutting. But we had this piece here that we wanted to use up, so that's why we're working with that. So what we're going to do is you're going to want to figure out your total length of the piece of wire you need to cut, which is pretty much just so your length will be this total diameter here. So all you need to do is take your 8, your 6, and your 6, add them up, and that's how long you're going to want to cut. It's easy enough to measure. You can either just whip out your tape measure and measure it, or you can count the links. These are all 1 by 2", so you just count 28 links, and that'll be your total diameter. And these ones we're going to make 2.5 feet long. So we're going to go through and we'll measure out 2.5 feet, and then that's where we're going to cut our wire. 2.5 feet right here at 30 inches. You're going to want to get a pair of snips that cut nice and close to the edge here, so that way you don't have a big long burr sticking out that you got to deal with. So we'll go through, we'll cut this all the way down as far as we need to, and then we'll go up and we'll cut the same way up here, and then we'll have our piece that is now 2.5 feet long and then 28 inches wide, and then we'll take it and we'll fold it over and make the trap. All right, so once you start cutting down the side here, and you get, we're now 28 long. When you cut along the edge here, you're gonna wanna keep it flush for your edges, but then when you get to where, so this is gonna fold up and connect to the other side. So here, we're actually gonna switch. We're gonna cut all the way over here. And now that gives us this little tab here, and we'll actually use that tab to connect to the other side. So if you don't want to do that, you can use zip ties, you can use wire, you can get creative, but this is the easiest way. You don't need to bring anything else but a roll of wire. And these little tabs we'll use, you can see when we cut our doors, these tabs here will be perfect. We'll just bend them over and that'll attach our door and you don't need to do anything else.
So you're just cutting one extra square.
That's it. Okay, so now we got our piece all cut. We got our one side here with our tabs on it, so we're good to go once we wrap it around, connect it. So what we're gonna do is you take a nice 6x6, makes it so much easier to work with. Something to hold down the wire and to bend it. You'll see what we're gonna do here. So our traps are 6 inches wide, 6 inches high, I mean, by 8 inches wide. So we're gonna have 6 inches, bend it, 8 inches, bend it, and then 6 inches. We'll come out with that nice rectangle. So start here. It doesn't matter if you start with your 6 or your 8 or whatever, it's just as long as you spread them out so you go 6, 8, 6, 8. Otherwise you end up with the wrong shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna line up our 6x6 here, right along the edge. And then all you do is fold the wire up. Get yourself a nice rubber mallet. Not something that's gonna beat up the wire too much. Make sure your block stays nice and close to the edge. And that's it. So what we're gonna do is, now we got our 6, I'm gonna move it, we're gonna count 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna bend it up. We're gonna take our mallet. I'm gonna go along. We're just gonna do the same, tapping it in. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get this all bent and we'll get right back to you. All right, so now that we got our wire all bent and crimped, you got the corners nice and straight here, so you end up with your perfect rectangle. And we have our side here with our tabs. So all we're gonna do is go ahead, get our wire all lined up here. I like to stick the tabs on the inside. Get a couple of them on the inside there, just so they lock in like that. And I like to do the 2 edges first, 2 outside corners. Just get a nice pair of pliers or something. All you got to do is just bend it around, crimp them in, and then we'll go through and we'll go all the way down, bending them over, and that'll lock our cage right together. We'll be all set to put in some doors. Okay, so now we got our trap all wired up. We got the main body of it all connected. Went ahead and bent all of our tabs over. Then we got our door. So if you're making the trap, that is 6 inches high. So we got our 6 links here. We're gonna make an 8-inch long door. So that gives you your angle. So when you stick it in like that, you get the perfect angle to go ahead and put in your swivel doors. So we got our extra tabs here. These ones here are a little smaller than our longer one over here, so we're gonna put in 2 doors. We're just gonna put 1 door at either side. I'm gonna go ahead. You gotta make sure when you put your door in that you got it the right way, so that it actually, you know, test it out and see that it actually moves. You wanna set it up so once your tabs go over, they're not holding your door completely closed, and they should move pretty free. Also, one other thing, if your trap is 8 inches wide, we make our doors only 7 inches wide. That way you have enough room so it's not rubbing on the edge. Otherwise your trap, gets stuck and they don't open, and then you're not catching anything. So if you make it an inch shorter, it'll be perfect. Go ahead and bend a couple of these tabs over, get it started. And then I'll go through with the pliers. At least the two on the outside, maybe one on the inside will completely curl over and the other ones will just bend over. Sometimes once you bend the doors over, you're gonna have to go through and adjust it a little bit if it's snug, or if the door's not opening, you gotta tweak it just so the door opens freely. So that's just kind of trial and error to get your door set just right. Alright, so we're all done here getting our doors all in, and we bent our tabs over, you can see on both sides. So this is the smaller one with the 2 doors. Both doors here on an angle like that. We're set up ready to go. All we gotta do is throw this in a channel. Muskrat comes in, swims by, door closes behind him. We're locked in there. So that's the final product. Super quick and easy. So that's that one's 2 foot, and then this is a 3 foot with 2 doors.
3 doors.
3 doors. We got these here. Thought we could fit a few more in that one. So next time you see them, they'll be getting set in the water and hopefully full of muskrats. We'll see what happens.
All right, guys, so there you have it. Willie just showed you how to build these colony traps here. So subscribe to the channel, guys. We're gonna have some trapping videos this year. We're bringing back the trapping series. So Will and I are gonna be out. We'll be raccoon, fox, mink, muskrat, and hopefully some beaver, maybe even an otter if I can get a permit. So that's our plan for this fall. Subscribe. We are gonna be doing a bunch of videos on trapping, how-tos, fur handling, the whole 9. So you're not gonna wanna miss it. We'll see you guys in the next one.